Hi guys, I'm the Howling Pickle, and today we're going to be talking about literate roleplay. So as you all know, I'm an avid roleplayer. I mean, most, if not all, of my speed paints have to do with roleplaying and characters and all that kind of thing. I've been roleplaying since about 5th grade, since my little sister got me into Warrior Cats, which I'm a huge fan. Been roleplaying ever since, in different ways, different kind of styles, and I've kind of flocked to one particular kind. So what we're going to do is just talk about the three different type of roleplays today. So the first roleplay is the roleplay I do, and that is what people call skirt roleplay. Skirt roleplay is like 3 to 5 sentences, but that's about it. It's not a long, extensive post, but it's not like short, like maybe half a sentence, not even really a full sentence kind of roleplay. I like this. It's my favorite because it's short, but it's not like too short. It's kind of like the Goldilocks thing where it's not too hot, not too cold. Um, Not only that, but it allows you to respond in a short enough way where if someone wants to change something about what's happening to your character or some sort of physical action or anything of the like, they can do it. So for example, let's say that I have a character who's talking and they're in the middle, they finish their sentence, and I post the roleplay, and it gives the other person the ability to have someone interject in the speech. So instead of forcing everyone to listen to my speech and having nothing happen for certain during that whole event of the speech, instead someone can interrupt it and have something happen or have someone object or something like that. That's my main reason why I like skirt roleplay. You can still get the emotions across, you can still get the actions across, but it gives everybody the ability to change something in the environment. And yeah, so that's the first kind. The second kind is asterisk roleplaying. This is the really simple kind of roleplay that you often see in chats and things like that. They put around asterisks what the character is doing. Sometimes it's in third person perspective, sometimes in first. For this example, I used third person. So, for example, raining heavily outside. Well, it's just enough to give you the basics. Raining heavily outside. She's sitting down by the creek. She sighed. She thinks of past time and becomes wistful. I don't have anything against asterisk role playing. I'm sure there are plenty of great asterisk role plays, and it's just not my cup of tea. I like to be a little bit more involved with the characters and give each other a little bit more insight to the surroundings and things like that. So I usually don't take part in these, but I see them all the time in chats and stuff like that. As far as I've seen anyway, and I may be wrong, it's probably one of the most popular online roleplays types anyway. So yeah, that's the second type. The third type is literate, which is our main topic for today. Literate usually has a word limit. So what I mean by this is in each post that you give, it has to be 100 words, or it has to be 500 words. It varies according to the site that you're looking at. Most of what I've seen is about 300 to 500 words, so it's at least one paragraph typically. And even though it's nice because it stretches your writing ability and it gives you the ability to be extremely descriptive and everything like that, it's not fast paced enough for me. Some people will write almost a whole chapter worth of information in roleplay like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. People like what they like. Again, it's just not my cup of tea. I like being able to interject or change something instead of, being forced to, not really being forced, but, having to wait until they've completed their entire turn. Also, part of it's laziness, and part of it is I kind of see some parts of it as redundant. Uh, you can only describe their situation as in their setting a certain amount of times before it gets old. You get the point. Okay, it's raining outside. Okay, she's wet. Okay, she is sad. Like, not saying that you can't and that it's all redundant, because it's not. There's plenty of things that you can do differently each time. But that's just my opinion. I think it gets a little too redundant whenever you roleplay like this. The reason why literate roleplay is the main topic today is because it can get kind of annoying when people believe that literate role players are the only true role players. And I know, I'm already stepping on someone's toes probably. But I'm not saying all people do it. I'm just saying there's that small group that believes that unless you write at least 2 paragraphs, it's not actual role playing. You're just being lazy. And I disagree with that. I think that each role playing style, whether it be literate, skirt, or asterisk, has their own special qualities. Asterisk is better for faster paced roleplay that's not as serious. Skirt roleplaying is better for someone who likes to just get a post out there, whip one out, and then go back and forth. Literate roleplaying is great for people who like to have bigger descriptions of their characters and to have a little bit more writing involved in it. I just think that it can be annoying when people believe that you're not a true role player unless you're literate role playing. And I see that a lot of websites require you to be a literate role player. Not all, but a lot of what I've looked up, because I've actually looked into being involved in a online website roleplay, but I haven't committed just because of the way that I like to roleplay. Skirting is the way I like to go, but unfortunately most are literate. Now I understand why, because most people, what they're trying to do here is they're trying to get rid of the people who are going to say, she blinked, and post that, or, oh my gosh, and post that. I understand completely. I mean, I've dealt with some people in the past like that who don't really actually want to roleplay, they just want to mess with you, and don't take it as seriously, when, to me, roleplaying is like writing a story together. Each person has their own part, and because each person has their own character, they're able to surprise you, the writer. I think it's a great way to write a story, and I think it has a great future. I think roleplaying's picked up a lot recently. I'm just trying to discourage those people who believe that they are better than those who do not literate roleplay, because everyone has the best of intentions when they do, and everybody has their favorites and their styles. I mean, it's just like I'd say it's just like the different types of chocolate. Like, dark chocolate's the healthiest for you. You know, like if you eat one thing of dark chocolate today, it actually can be really good for your heart. But some people like milk chocolate. Milk chocolate's my favorite kind of chocolate. Does that make me inferior because I like milk chocolate and it's not as healthy? No, that's just something I like better. So this video is basically just to say, hey guys, I understand that everybody likes, what their favorite is, but it doesn't mean you have to impose on everyone else that yours is the best, clearly, just because, you think that yours is better than everyone else's. But anyway, so those are the 3 types of roleplay, and I hope you learned something today, and again, no offense to any literate roleplays out there, or role players. I definitely have a lot of respect for people who can write that much. I just, I have my own preferences. Well, I guess that's it, guys. I'm the Howling Pickle, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!